very little about how you're going to increase your market share or your revenue or sector. And I would have wanted to see that in the report, and it is not in the report. Do you have a strategic plan for positioning yourself in a rapidly changing industry? I see.
That was GAMPO's Managing Director for the Mohammed Jaite and Tamunjai, a subject matter specialist, commenting on his expectations of GAMPOs. Means of communicating one's imagination and state of mind can be distinct, but a physically challenged Tongolese artist does this by using his brush, paint and canvas. Diordon Amingo chose Alliance Francaise for the venue of his exhibition.
To exhibit at Alliance so that the art lovers, the general public, will have access to these works, because those who are familiar with the art scene in the Gambia, when walking to this hall, will immediately know that these artworks are not coming from the Gambia. Each culture, each country has its own touch. And what you can see on the walls today is quite different from what you usually see. I'm not going to give my own interpretation of these artworks. Some of them look like dreams. Some of them look like bad dreams. But the artist himself will let you know more about what he meant when he painted these works.
Dear Martin, Director Alliance Francaise, speaking at the exhibition of the Togolese artists. Planting institutions and units within the government of the Gambia are on a 5-day training on results-based management, strategic planning, and a host of areas significant for proper planning and implementation. This training has been taking place in Tandaba in the Lower River region.
Personnel representing various units and departments on the office of the Vice President is considered timely as the country inches ever closer to model development targets. With the adage that failure to plan is planning to fail, officials are with the belief that the introduction of this training, which is centered on resource-based management, which is a key planning tool, now proved to be cost-effective with resource mobilization and writing of project proposal, can immensely contribute to the way they design, implement and monitor their projects. In order to achieve transformation in development, it is significant to learn and get results. The results-based management is said to have cost the government huge sums of money for sending officials out to learn, but the introduction of bringing over consultants to engage officials in training like this is proved to be cost-effective.
In the wake of dwindling donor resources and the fact that resources are difficult to come by, it is important that we plan and get results as desired. So RBM is a very good technique which we should use to ensure that we judiciously use the meager resources that we are able to obtain for programming. We should ensure that there is no waste, but it also requires commitment and dedication.
It is due to the significance of results-based management which can enable officials to be more accountable for funds that the UNDP and FAO supported the training with the hope that it will reflect the needs, priorities and vision of stakeholders and better address the development challenges of the Gambia.
I have no doubt that the outcome of this workshop will contribute immensely to the way we design, implement and monitor our projects. It will help us move our focus from processes to result orientation. Most importantly, the workshop will strengthen the capacity of participants on managing for results, leading to more effective use of development resources.
Theophile Adomako is a consultant for Management Development and Productivity Institute, Ghana. He is the one currently engaging participants on this training, and he tells me the significance of the training to the government's development agenda.
Strategic planning will help them to plan all their programs so that by 2020 they'll be able to improve upon from where they are and meet the consensus of the middle income country. So all skills and tools are being given to them in order to understand the planning processes, what they must do, then what they can also do with others and measure their performance. The resource-based management is also to assist them that when they've planned, they must be able to measure resource, and the resource should come in the form of a change. The change is we must move from the current state as a least developed country to come to the middle income status. There must be a change. If there's no change, then that vision cannot be changed. So the RBM is helping to build their capacity so they can identify and measure change in the organizations.
It is a widely held belief that reforms will not succeed without internal capacities, no matter how much resources one has. A factor the Personnel Management Office says is striving to build capacities of its officials as well as put up plans in retaining them for implementation.
We have innovative strategies. We're not only building capacity, because we also know that if you build capacity and you don't retain it and utilize it accordingly, it's as good as building no capacity, because everybody else will go to private sector. So we are also aware of the fact that we need to not only capacitize you, but also to create strategies that will make you stay.
These participants are expected to deliver at the end of the training through their various agencies, departments and ministries, so as to ensure effective implementation of the country's development agenda as the Gambia moves towards the finish line of the MDGs, page that is 2015 and Vision 2020. Rohi Bite, GRTS News.
After being battered by Typhoon Haiyan, authorities in the Philippines try to put the blame behind them, and our scientists are going to come up with amazing discoveries that planet Mars is as wet as life on Earth. We'll be back with these and more stories after the break. Welcome back. The city of Tacloban in the Philippines have been receiving much needed international aid after the devastation that was left by Typhoon Haiyan. The authorities have been heavily criticized for the slow response in the disaster. As we hear in this report by Carl Penhall, aid is slowly but surely getting to those who desperately need it.
Thousands of international troops and aid workers are delivering food, water, and medical supplies. But getting all of that to the remotest of the areas remains sporadic at best. As Philippine President Benigno Aquino visits Tacloban and other hard-hit areas this weekend, thousands of survivors remain desperate. Philippine officials say about 3 million people have lost their homes, and treating the thousands who've been injured is a major challenge. Meantime, the death toll has risen to nearly 3,700 people. CNN's Carl Penhall is in Tacloban following the effort to try and distribute aid.
Amid all the chaos of the last week or so, there are signs now that the relief operation could be getting underway in earnest. For about 3 hours now, a line has been forming. It's now several hundred meters long of people that have come from the surrounding area, some of them walking for up to an hour. They say that they have to walk because bus fares, transport fares have increased 5-fold in some cases, and they're coming now for the first time to receive some food aid. Among the people that are lining up, Gideline and her year-old son, Elias, brother Bonimar as well. Gideline has 4 children, and she says that until now she has received no food aid, and so this is going to be the first time. Like others, they say that they've simply been scavenging for food until now, roaming downtown, picking up what they can. And what are you giving them?
We're giving everything we have: canned goods, rice, no instant noodles, bread. They haven't tasted bread for a week. So now we have bread for them. So they're so happy even.
The world is waiting with calm anticipation for the return of U.S. scientists warming up a historic and mind-boggling expedition to planet Mars. The mission is expected to